in your marketing company now, like one of my favorite brands, you got it on your shirt there, 10,000. Like you're working with some pretty big brands, right?
Mhm.
What 1,000 being one of them. What are the companies that you work with? I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, I work
and
with quite a few. So I have picked companies that I think will be the future of health and wellness. I'm trying to, work with up and coming companies. Like I started working with 10,000 back in 2015, 2016 when, they had sold 100 pairs of shorts. They had one black pair of shorts with a white X on them. I met the founder, Keith. He was into Iron Man and we really bonded over Iron Man. And the same holds true for a lot of the brands I work with. Ice Barrel, I worked basically from day one. SISU Sauna from day one. Slate, I was pretty early on at. HVMN, I work with. I like working with smaller, up and coming brands that haven't already made it.
yeah,
And I feel like I can add massive value for brands like that. And ultimately, like I want these to be really good relationships where I can provide a huge ROI for them and them working with me. I don't want to feel like a billboard. I don't want a transactional relationship. So that's why I identify the brands I work with. And I've been, narrow and deep in the health and wellness space. Like I'm working with health and wellness, generally CPG brands. Those are the ones I know I can help the most. And I also know that my audience is looking for advice on those brands. And, I hope that I've become kind of like an Uncrate or Gear Patrol of early stage CPG brands. Like I want to be thought of as he always works with the coolest new brands. I want to expose them to my audience. So those are the hats I put on. Also, I know working with smaller brands, I can have a direct relationship with the founder of the company. And a lot of what I'm doing is matchmaking. Introducing investors to companies. I'm introducing service providers to companies. Big event organizers, people who put on wellness retreats, like behind the scenes all day long, I'm sending emails and text messages, connecting people with people. So, that's what you don't see on the public facing side of the business. And again, I know I can be most helpful to founders of CPG brands with the network I've amassed over the years.
mhm. What does CPG stand for?
Consumer packaged goods.
Gotcha. Okay, cool, cool. Would you consider yourself kind of more of a visionary than an operational person?
Oh my God, yeah. I think I definitely lean much closer to a visionary. I wouldn't say I'm a visionary. Some of these other guys, like the founder of HVMN and some of these really unique products, they're absolute visionaries. Steve Jobs, visionary. But yeah, operations is not my forte. Is involved in business as I am. I don't really enjoy business. I enjoy awareness. I enjoy creation. I enjoy branding. I enjoy community. So, business would be kind of far down on the totem pole. And, that's why I'm not operating major businesses. I realize that's not my strong point. It's not hiring and firing and leading. But I am good at creating awareness for things and building brands and building community around things. So I would say those are my strongest skill sets.
Hmm. Do you typically create the majority of your content, or is that something you outsource?
I create all of it. And the majority of that creation happens when I'm mountain biking or sitting in a sauna. It's
Yeah.
not happening by like thinking through what should I post today. It happens when I'm just out in the mountains, mountain biking, and I'll have six awesome ideas that pop into my head. Or when I'm doing a contrast therapy session, I'll have all these ideas. And, obviously there's a function of endorphins doing those things, but I also think you need to make space for ideation to happen. And when I'm mountain biking, by myself in the mountains, there's space. I'm not being distracted by notifications and emails and a conversation I'm having with someone. And the same holds true in the sauna and ice barrel. Like I often get great ideas there where I'm not distracted. I don't have my phone in there. It'll overheat. I don't have my phone in the ice barrel. So that's generally where all of the ideation happens.
That's cool. I heard a quote one time. It says, "Consume less, create more." And
Yeah.
as I've been, pursuing growing our podcast and trying to, because would I would consider myself creative. I'm not the most creative person. I feel like my creativity kind of comes out in business, and in structuring things and coming up with ideas to grow things, and coming up with the vision for what I want. And then, I try to find the right people to help me implement that, right? Because I'm not good at many things. So I find the people that are really good at those things. But I think you make such a good point when you're able to be out in nature and just get away from the distractions. And even being out and on a run, even if you're in the suburbs or something, not putting headphones in and just
Mhm.
into your breath and listening to what's going through your head, I think is such an important thing.
Can't agree more. I mean, what I do is I listen to one song on repeat oftentimes when I'm out there.
Oh,
I'm not a
really?
no music guy. No music definitely is a great way, but I just put one song on repeat and that puts me in this like tremendous flow state.
Yeah. What's that one song? Or is it
It's generally either a hip hop song, like a Kanye song. I like Odessa, I like Rufus, I like Zoo, ZHU. So just something, a hype song, like a massive hype song is what I like.
That's cool. Well, one of the things I think is so cool about your content as well is it really shows a lifestyle. Like
Mhm.
like it's something that people want to be a part of, Like hell, watching you and Bo post stuff, I'm like, man, I want to move to Colorado.
Yeah.
Maybe
We
one
get
day.
a
Maybe
we get
one
a great crew out here for sure. And yeah, I mean, I don't want it to feel like work. Like I just want to document. I want to create content around the things I enjoy every day. I don't want to be a model. I don't want to stage stuff. I'm just out there and I'm shooting what I'm doing and I'm shooting what comes to mind.